Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday night, the 26th of April, and I wanted to do another trivia on location like I did a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to go back outside onto the hill, but it is super windy out there, so I don't think it would have worked well with sound, and my little question sheet may have blown away as well. So, I'm in another very special location, friends. Welcome to my bathtub. Rub-a-dub-dub, one stub in the tub. So good, so lucky you. I am in the tub. You get to see my bathroom. Here's the tub. Ooh. All right, so here we go. On location in my bathtub. Here are your 5 questions for tonight. I'm going to go through 5 questions as always. I will read through them all once. Then I'm going to go back through and I will answer the questions on the second time through. Always, please feel free to share these videos, I should say. Always feel free to share these videos, put them on your Facebooks, subscribe to my YouTube channel because then you'll get a notification that I have posted a video. That YouTube channel is just Matt Schwark, SCHWARCK. All right, let's get into it. Here are your 5 questions. Also, please feel free to post on how well you did and all of that on the social media and on YouTube. But please don't put anything in your comments having to do with the content, whether it be the questions or the answers, because it ruins it for people who play later, even if it's not the same day. Some people play these all on weekends or whatever. So here we go. Here's your first question. Let's say you go to the doctor and you have some kind of a bacterial infection. You get diagnosed with some kind of a bacterial infection, not virus, but a bacteria infection of any kind. And the doctor prescribes you antibiotics. After a couple of days of taking the antibiotics, you're feeling pretty good. Should you then stop taking immediately and call the doctor, or should you continue to take them as prescribed until the bottle of the pills is done? Again, your choices then for your answer are to stop taking the antibiotics and call the doctor, or should you continually take them as prescribed until the bottle is gone? Those are your options. Question number 2. There's a Latin phrase that means a favor or advantage granted or expected in return for something. That is a famous or a very commonly heard Latin phrase. What is that Latin phrase? Again, this phrase that I'm looking for means a favor or advantage granted or expected in return for something. What is that Latin phrase that means that? You hear it pretty often. Question number 3. Latitudinally speaking, what is the lowest point in the continental United States? Again, in terms of latitude, what's the lowest point in the continental United States? Question number 4. I'm going to give you 3 phrases or names or words. They all have to do with a certain TV show. I want you to name the TV show. These 3 things are Mount Pilot, Aunt Bee, and Otis. Again, Mount Pilot, Aunt Bee, and Otis all come from a TV show. What is the TV show? Okay, and then the last one. Let's say you're borrowing somebody's car and you need to get gas. There is a way that you can tell inside the car which side you need to pull up to the pump to get gas in order to get gas. What is it? You don't need to get out of the car. Again, let's say you're in a car that is not yours and you need to get gas and you don't remember what side the pump is on. There is a way, while staying inside the car and not digging out the owner's manual or anything like that, there's a way that you can tell from inside the car which side the gas pump's on. What is it? All right, let's go back through. The first question again. If you have a bacterial infection, you get antibiotics for it. But after a few days, you're feeling pretty good. I gave you two options. Option one or option A was to stop taking the antibiotics and call the doctor immediately, or should you, as prescribed, keep on taking the antibiotics until the bottle of the pills is done? The correct answer is that one. Always finish antibiotics, even when you feel better. If you get some kind of an infection, a bacterial infection, could be ear infection, bladder infection, all kinds of things, you will start feeling better pretty quickly. But you should always finish the antibiotics, because if you don't, some of those bugs are still alive in you and you'll get a super bug, and you don't want that. Question number 2, so always continue to take them is the answer. Question 2, there was a Latin phrase that means a favor or advantage granted or expected in return for something. What is that Latin phrase? The correct answer is quid pro quo. Quid pro quo is the correct answer. Question number 3, I asked you, what is the lowest point in terms of latitude in the continental United States? The correct answer is Key West. Key West, Florida is the correct answer. The lowest point in the United States is in Hawaii, but in the continental United States, which is what the question asked, it's in Key West. Question 3, I gave you 3 names basically, and they are part of a certain show. You had to name the show. Those 3 things were Mount Pilot, Aunt Bee, and Otis. The correct answer, one of the best old shows of all time, The Andy Griffith Show. The Andy Griffith Show. And question number 5. There is a way, without looking on the outside of a vehicle, to know where the gas pump is while still inside the car. What is that? The correct answer is, if you look at your car's gas gauge next time you get in your car, probably not going to be for a while. I know I've only driven twice since this lockdown has gone on. But if you look at your gas gauge in the car, there will be an arrow pointing left or right. That arrow is pointing to the side of the vehicle on which you put the gas pump. So if it's on the left on the driver's side, the gas pump's on that side. Or if it's pointing to the passenger side, that's where the gas pump is. So that is how you know. A little life hack for you. Okay, thank you for joining me here in the tub. And until I see you tomorrow on Monday, be safe, be nice. Talk to you tomorrow.